We are live. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm Crunk Chocolate. I'm here with the show, bro. Sharpie Charlie. How's it going, my friend?
Man, it's great. Long time no see. That's a joke for everybody that doesn't understand. We talk all the time.
All the time.
But yeah, man, it's good to see you. Good to have some good friends with us. Haven't seen these
Great
guys in a
people.
while. It's gonna be a good
Great
night.
people. Great people. And just, well, we have to start off with, I feel like, the most obvious difference between all of our backdrops. We Duck, the legend, the friend.
Hey,
Good to see you. Really good to see you. How are you? How are things?
I'm okay. Weather's not great. You know,
I could only
it's
imagine.
depressing out here. So for those that don't know, I'm out here. I'm in Kailua Kona, Hawaii today. So we are worldwide, just so you know. And I'm feeling it. Happy to be back, guys. It's been a while, and I'm really happy to be back on the show with you.
What time is it there?
It is just after 2 p.m.
Oh, nice. Killed it. John threw up the two real quick.
I had to do it for Sharpie. I know the teacher's pet over here. Got to do it. I know my time
Yeah.
zone.
Great job, John.
Well done.
Awesome.
Appreciate you.
Oh man, I love it. And speaking of John, our good friend, my brilliant blue show bro, when I needed help in a moment, he's here. He stepped up. He's the man. How are you, friend?
I'm doing well. Obviously, like we joked before, background not as hot as Ducks right now, but we're gonna work on that. It is what it is. But I will, in the very typical Midwestern way, which I was raised. I have to acknowledge that I missed one of these when I said I was gonna do it. So let me get my own dirty laundry out there first and say I'm actually just making up for a mistake I made in the past. So I needed to jump on to help you out.
Very
for sure.
Midwestern.
Yeah. Faults. Let me put them out in the forefront so you can judge me to my face, and then we can move on from there. So no, we're good.
See, like I said, what a great guy. What a great guy. But also, we haven't talked city and really sports in a while, so I was definitely looking forward to chatting with you.
For sure.
Wait, what was with those Crystal Palace kits? No, we got to start here. Duck, what do you mean? You weren't a fan of the golden kits?
So it's not even so much the gold, which I get it. It's a third kit, right? And they clash with City a little bit with the blue and their blue and red kits, which, by the way, for full disclosure, Crystal Palace typically has some of the best kits in the English football. The blue and red striped kits are just amazing. The gold kits I didn't love as much, but I was more talking about a couple of players, particularly if you're Mateta, with the spot, and I don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened to Duck on that one either.
We don't know.
I think the weather's too good.
Did you?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you lose me?
Yeah,
Am I there? Did you hear me? Okay,
Yeah,
all
you're
right.
back.
So there was a wet spot, looked like, on Mateta's jersey, and there was a couple other guys that had it too. And so the whole first half, I'm like, what is that on his shirt? What is it? Right? It reminded me of, if you guys ever saw Coming to America, if you ever remember that scene where the guys get up from the couch. And it looked like I couldn't get it out of my head. So that's what I wanted to talk about with those. I didn't understand. What was someone going around headbutting each other in the chest before the game? I don't know why their shirts had a large wet spot. Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah. So, and I didn't love the gold color kits, to be fair, because I just think they have so much better looks. Like when they do a black kit with the blue and red accents on it, it's great. I didn't love these, and it's the first time I really had a chance to see them.
Well, I mean, Nope, I was about to hate. I didn't mind it. It was, I think it was too dark of a gold. I wasn't a fan of the shade, but yeah, I liked it. It was adventurous. I was like, look at you, Crystal Palace. I didn't know.
Well, like I say, it's a third kit, right? So what are you gonna do? Although our third kits, I don't particularly love this year either. The gray with the neon but to me, the big part is the water droplet look. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. You know what I mean? We've had some really great kits. That's not one of them for me.
You're opening up a can of worms. I know in our Brilliant Blues pod, we've definitely spent at least 10 minutes. I think Crunk and I went head to head on our third kit, and I was like, this is monstrosity. Crunk was like, nah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Like, gonna buy a couple.
So
Love the call out, though.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace's new shirt sponsor, Soul Glow, coming next year for sure.
For sure, right?
But I do think in the spirit of like we just had whatchamacallit, the fashion thing here in New York. I think if they take those gold kits and they actually put the red and blue trim like kind of around the sleeve, around the bottom of the shorts, kind of looks a little better. Like a little like additive to that. I'm kind of with you. It looks just like burnt mustard a bit with how it was just like straight one color. You get a little breakage and like a little blue red trim on the bottom. It's gonna look a little better. I
need something to break it up a little bit. No, I'm here for it.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
That's hilarious. Oh yes, we are not talking about that city third kit. No hateration or holleration about that.
Hey, there are 3 matches left in the season. What's done is done. You know, we had a great run. I'll remember it. I'll love it. I'll get one in the women because we won the title in it, and we go. That's it.
Hey,
also, Doku had one of the best performances in that kit. Like those Everton goals.
Yes, that was amazing. Yeah, amazing. And save the bacon, really. So the black kits, I will say, our black kits, dope. Just amazing. Love them. Love them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Class.
Top tier.
Yeah.
They did good with, and that's usually kind of what they do is they have like 1, maybe 2 solid ones, and then the other ones are make people feel strongly about them. And in the end, isn't that what art is? Gang.
Well, that's what all media is, right? Let's get engagement. Let's one way or the other, whether it's good or bad. Let's go. Let's get people talking.
Yeah. I want to make you feel something before we leave shirts.
Yeah.
I love the mock-ups of next seasons, like the Bumblebee or the bee thing, like the black and gold one.
It's crazy if that's real. That's
the home has like the little thing in the middle, or the away one with the thing in the middle. Like I'm like, these look. I think we're gonna go another 3 for 3 year like last season. Yeah.
The you talk about the white one with the dark blue and light blue, the sky blue and navy blue stripe. That thing is, I hope that's official. And I think the home shirt next year is going to be amazing. I think this year's home shirt was amazing. I think next year's home shirt is going to be amazing as well.
Yeah.
Huge fan. I like this. I love this. Hold on. I wanted to, I guess it would just say something we should read. Sharpie sent it to me. CBS Golazo, they were sharing about how for the UCL championship between Arsenal and PSG are paying for their like 500 people, the workers and stuff, to Istanbul, whereas Arsenal are making them pay $650 plus. Like they might be covering like a third of their trip.
That's wild.
Yeah,
like
that is wild.
Shortage of money at that club. Just throwing that out there. Like, let's start out with the base facts there. Yeah. Wasn't it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, another team, this same controversy popped up? And I guess I don't understand the advantage there. Is it just like traveling light? Right. Do they hope people don't go? Like, what have we ever figured out why this is?
Oh, we know the answer, John. These are the cheapest American owners possible. Like these billionaires from America,
it was United.
They will not just shill out money to help their employees. Yeah. Come on now, that's what they do in the big the big American gulag. They don't care about people. They're like, hey, let's cut costs. I know we haven't been here in 20 years, but I mean, they should fork over something. We give them free food every day.
You buy your ticket over there. You work a few hours with us, and you make some of your money back. How about that?
Yeah, I figured, and son of an attorney, so leading the witness there, Charlie. Thanks for taking that and running with it and giving me the answer, obviously. But like, I just don't. I feel like it also proves that with a lot of these owners, it's like winning is kind of secondary, obviously a little bit. Where it's like, if I'm that club haven't won anything of substance in how long, right? I want there to be nothing that we're worried about, nothing that we're thinking about. Like go into the game thinking about just the game. And I just feel like it's such an easy PR media thing. Like, it's going to get talked about. Like, and to your point, they just truly don't care, which is just kind of wild.
And meanwhile, the oil club, right? The oil money club, everybody gets to go for free. Let's go.
Love that.
Because why wouldn't you? You want to reward your employees. People work hard. PSG's trying to do something only Real Madrid has done, which is go back to back. They're ready to make history. They have literally, they might pass us now, which is crazy to think about. I never thought they would get a second before we did,
so quickly.
But we're here.
Yeah.
Like they made it happen. Luis Enrique got it perfect. Yeah.
The squad's amazing. So, I mean, they've got the squad to do it. I think I actually really do feel like they're not going to have a lot of trouble with Arsenal, but that's just my feeling.
I think the main storyline too is like what's the Mbappe story after this? It's like how many times did he get them close and whatever, and they couldn't do it. He leaves. Now they're just a world beater,
Mm-hmm. Addition by subtraction.
I mean, look at what happened to Real Madrid since he got there. They won the UCL, but the year before he got there, Jude's first season. Last 2 years, nothing but chaos. 3 managers. We got a fight.
Fights in training.
Right. He just said today that he was benched by the manager. The fans booed him at the Santiago Bernabeu. Like, things are so bad over there. Jose might be coming back. Like, see, I don't watch reality TV because I watch football and I follow football. Right. It's all the reality I need because it never stops and it's so good. Thank you, Mbappe. And like, he's probably going to go to the World Cup. He'll break the record this year, probably most World Cup goals. And it's just like, you really get it all with that guy.
Yeah. I will tell you this too. I'm ready for them to move on from Vinny Jr. I don't know if you guys are.
Oh my God!
Would you like
I've heard those stories too?
Would you like him to wear blue?
I mean, I think he would look great in blue. To be fair, a lighter shade of blue, of course.
Yeah. If that happened, man, could you imagine what they would say about us if we just went and got Vinny Jr.
Can you imagine him in a night out in Manchester? Oh my gosh!
He'll be the most focused
he's ever been.
Because he's cold and wet. He'll be inside. See, that's what Manchester does. That's why we win so much. Nobody wants to go out. It's cold and ugly and dreary for 4 months a year. You're just like, let's go play football.
All right, the party's.
That's why once the winter hits, we don't lose.
Exactly.
Kronk, I know you got thoughts on this. If we would get Vinny, who's he hang out with? Who on the team is he like boys with? Because I know you guys talk about it on your podcast all the time. We've talked about it on ours. Like the dynamic of the team is weird to say the least. Like just kind of weird. It's like where's he fit in?
Does he get talked and change his whole perspective and become a Bible boy? Start kicking it with Semenyo and Gay and them.
Yeah.
Is there like baptism? Quite literally.
He gets to invite the Bible study, and it's just like, you know what? Let's do it. I was raised Catholic. Let's go. From Brazil, you got Savinho there, who's like baby Bible boy. Got his family settled, got a kid. It's like, okay, like when you come to city, I joked on X one day. I was like, he who goes to city finds a good wife, and it's just time for Vinny to settle down. Like that's you get under Pep, and you find your settled life. You have a beautiful child, and you just go play great football. That's the pattern.
Duck, I do think you're onto something. As someone who grew up right outside of Cleveland, like Joakim Noah, public enemy #1, but Joakim Noah also not wrong. Not much to do in Cleveland. Yeah, I think Manchester might be the Cleveland of England.
I guess I
Kronk's been, so I don't know.
I haven't been to Cleveland, so like I'm gonna say
I've been to Cleveland. You ain't missing.
Is it as big as Chicago? If we think about Midwest cities, worker towns, is it like Chicago? Is it closer to like a Milwaukee or Detroit? It's in that vein.
Yeah, so Detroit and Cleveland are like siblings essentially. As someone who like I've been to Manchester as well, the working class roots of it are similar.
Yes.
There is a cosmopolitan feel in certain sections of Manchester.
Yeah,
that's Cleveland's probably not doing. We're not touching there. But
but the rest of the flavors.
Yeah, but like the mentality there, the rain's happening, you're staying in. It's Cleveland. Like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's fine. Find your wife. Like Crunk said. That's all they do. It's perfect.
I think I'm gonna have to start to people. That's something you need to start pushing. Cleveland is Manchester. Get Cleveland to talk to Manchester. Let's see how that works.
Board of Tourism really wants me banging that drum, but I'm just saying for this pod, like this is something that maybe
flights will go down. Yeah. Like you start putting that on billboards and online. Like, oh my, really? That's Cleveland of Europe.
We just lost Spirit. We just lost Spirit Airlines. So let's not do that to tank another one going out to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, so we laughed at Arsenal. Oh man, we talked this whole Real Madrid thing, to go back to it with Mbappe. I was watching this video about the whole dynamic and everything about Mbappe at Real Madrid statistically and like number wise, it's all up. Like they just overall technically are a better team, but it's the spaces that he takes up, because him and Vinny are both all on the left side. That's why Bellingham is scoring all these goals, but he's not a striker. Mbappe, and then it was something like when Mbappe, basically something we do know, when Mbappe touches the ball, he shoots. But when Mbappe gives people the ball, it really is just like I'm going to give you the ball, give me the ball back. So if they don't give him the ball, they almost are like kind of stuck in a bad position because, if you're running, the person leaves you, everybody can close down on you. Statistically, though, the numbers were insane. Like they're better attack, they're better in possession, they are worse in defense. But that's because you have Vinny and Mbappe.
Are we saying that Mbappe is like the James Harden of football?
Damn, you're hitting me where it really hurts right now, Duck. What we just met today. The only
just today, brother.
Yeah, the only basketball player I know that watching these playoff games, I think gets more out of shape the more he plays. I don't understand it. Subject for another day. But I do.
But hey, they're up 3-2, brother.
Yeah, he balled out. He's balling out the last 3. I don't know how he's doing it. It's actually crazy.
I have looked up and saw 27. I'm like, where? Free throw line is the answer. But like the thing about the whole Mbappe thing is like this hits kind of close to home. I feel like over the past 3 years we've had to defend that. Yes, does when Haaland played, there's a little stagnation, there's a little sitting around, there's not as much movement. This year I think is a little bit different. It's totally different than before. But anybody who looks me in the face and says, "Hey, when Erling Haaland's not on the field, you're a better team," I have to sit there and be like, what drugs are you on? Where do you get them? Right. And how do I avoid it? Like, it's the same thing with Mbappe, right? Like, it's just, you're telling me you're a better team with Mbappe on the field? No way. Like, for sure. It just looks different.
Yeah. I'll say this about Mbappe. The Harden thing is only different because of the fact he's won a World Cup and been to another final where he has a hat trick. Like, he's actually performed in the biggest moments. But it's like he's the opposite of Harden because the regular season, he gets numbers, but his team, like, they can't win La Liga. Like, Barcelona kills them. Their record in Clásicos is horrible the last 2 years. It's not even like a rivalry. It's like they're playing like, I don't know, Bilbao or Real Sociedad, basically. Like, it's really embarrassing because, he doesn't run. He will not run on defense. Like, his tracking data has to be some of the lowest for any, like, big striker because he just never presses. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing to see how he can like do that.
He's the anti-Bernardo Silva. You talk about Silva is always in. He's in the defense. He's pressing up high, and Mbappe's never going to track back. He's never running back to defend. He's never going to be in the spot where the ball is to make that. So I mean, it is what it is.
What's up, Ashcoon?
And I say all that, and I still would take him in a heartbeat because he's that phenomenal of a footballer. Like, there's a problem I want to have. Like, can you imagine a world where we have Haaland and Mbappe?
I wouldn't swap. I wouldn't swap Haaland for Mbappe at all. Yeah. But if you had them both, but I'd rather have Vinny than Mbappe, to be fair.
I have done that on a season of FC 26. By the way, saw what it was like to have Mbappe in Holland. It actually it's too much. It's too much.
Right.
No one team should have all this power type shit.
No, truly.
Real Galacticos, like it gets scary, like Thanos level. Jesus.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, the video leaked today of someone taking a video through some chairs.
We're talking Southampton and Middlesbrough.
Oh man,
that's such a crazy story.
That's such insanity in itself. It looks like Bernardo Silva was recording his goodbye video. That is amazing. Also incredibly sad. It's one of those things like, is John Stones getting this too?
Oh, for sure he will.
Will the dog be in attendance then too?
Will both John Stones be in attendance? Is that what you're getting at? John Stones.
Where they go in the stadium, they could probably easily get there without having to see a human that they don't want to see. So
correct.
The dog could easily be up there.
I'm glad that you mentioned that it's Bernardo, because how I got this information, I forget if I was on Instagram or whatnot, but it was through like a Manchester United like fan account, and the caption was, "Is this Pep's going away?" type of thing. And I read it and I was like, this is the most wishful thinking Manchester United person I think I've ever met in my entire life. So thank you for recentering me on it's not that it's just Bernardo. I think that's a huge hole to still have to plug, but like like just seeing the United fan be like, oh please, is this Pep finally gone?
This is Pep leaving.
Like, my Liverpool friend sent it to me. Like my Liverpool friend was one that DM'd me. He never DMs me. He was like, yo, look at this. What is it? I was like, I don't know, but okay. And then it comes out, the journalist is like, no, that's filming a video for Bernardo. And I was like, okay, now it clicks. Although I'm emotionally prepared for Pep to leave. I just want to say it. Like, I am at peace. He's done so much for us. I have a decade of joy. I can't ask the man for anything else. So if he says bye, thank you for everything, Pep. Like, I'm okay. I'm at, like, Bernardo, when we knew that was happening. Remember, like, Crunk, every summer of this show, is Bernardo leaving? Is he staying? Is he leaving? Is he staying? He always stayed. John Stones, is he healthy? Is he not? Is he healthy? Is he not? All these questions are not answered for me. Like, I'm good. I'm at peace. We're in the third iteration of this squad, and these club servants and best manager ever, thank you for everything. Like, I'm so happy that we got to witness all the memories and all the joy.
And the big thing about Bernardo, just from a Pep perspective, is that, and I didn't even realize it till, I mean, maybe it just happened over the last couple of months, but he is the player that has played the most games under Pep Guardiola. Like, no one has played more games for Pep Guardiola than Bernardo Silva, which is amazing, right? This guy who is not fast, is not big, does not impress you athletically at all, but is a dog, first of all, an absolute dog. Like, he is the small dog who will take on the big dog all the time, right? He's fiery. He holds others accountable. He works hard and makes sure that he's setting the example of, this is how you work at Manchester City. This is what this club is about. He came through the door. He bought it from day one, and he has held the standard high, and that's why he's our captain. And I want him to lift all the trophies this year that he can before he goes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Very well said. Very well said. And all he had to do was torch us before we bought him at Monaco, right?
Like,
which was amazing.
My favorite Bernardo memory was the COVID season when Liverpool wins. Everybody, Man City's giving them the guard of honor, and there's Bernardo just like, yeah, I'm not clapping. Yeah.
That's did you see the tifos for the game last week? That's what they were. One was the Bernardo holding the cup, and the other was John Stones, his goal line save. And
amazing.
There were people who were actually bitching that it was that picture, because they're like, why would you make his going away picture about, it's a situation that has to do with Liverpool? Like, and it's like, who it's him being the birdiest bird. That was the actual moment he became a legend for Manchester City. Like that was it. He was like he gets us, and obviously, like I'm saying that as, but that's the turn of the phrase is just like he understands what it means to be Manchester City, to like truly hate these people, to not also like again represent, just that bird attitude where it's just like,
he didn't come up in this club, right? He didn't grow up at Manchester City, but he is one of our own. He is City through and through, 100%. And Stones as well. It's got to be. And Nathan Ake, if Nathan Ake leaves too, guys. I mean, if we lose Ake, that's another legendary player at the club who's done, again, talk about a ball off the line. Ake's ball off the line. I can't remember who they were playing that season, but his ball off the line saves that game. Like he's done so many of those types of things, always in the right spot. Pep was praising him earlier this week about his ability to be where he needs to be. His health hasn't always been the greatest, but when he plays, he's reliable, he's steady, and he gets the job done.
Yes, sir.
And he had that flexibility to play as left back. He's almost like a left foot John Stones in a way. Not as great on the ball as far as driving forward, but across the back line, like he can do everything. I just want to say the Bernardo moment that stands out for me, probably on like one of the worst days of my life, was the opening goal against Real Madrid. Like that 23rd minute, second leg, the Etihad goes crazy. He fakes out Courtois. You just don't see people do that. And he goes near post, and it's just like we go crazy, right? We miss like 3 chances before that, and then he scores, and then the wheels come off. And it's just like that legendary moment. He's the one that gets the first half brace. Not Haaland, not De Bruyne, him. And he is forever memorialized for me. Yeah,
certainly probably his signature game from a performance standpoint, that 4-0 win over Real Madrid in the second leg. It was amazing. And like you said, it was him in the first half. It's what, because Courtois, don't forget, was standing on his head. He made so many amazing saves in that first half, and then Bernardo gets him twice. Amazing.
I feel like I have to give my moment now, but like I was thinking back and I was like, I don't even know if I have one, but like when I think of him, it's literally dribbling in a circle and then knowing, and I know I've talked to Crunk about this before, it's just like I've never seen anybody able to conduct the flow of a game as well as he does, where if we need it to slow down, if we need it to get less helter-skelter, he feels it, he knows it, he's so smart. So it's like he knows how to pull it back, he knows how to slow it down. And then if you do need to drive forward, faster than me, for sure. But like there is intent and there's pace when there needs to be in picking the spots correctly. But like I think for much of our success over the past 10 years, it's all about how do you control? How do you mitigate risk? How do you control? And he is like the poster child of risk mitigation and control, which sounds quite boring. But when you get to see it in action week over week over week, like it just becomes poetry essentially.
Well, whenever he and Rodri have been on the pitch together in particular, it's impossible to speed City up or slow them down. Like they're going to play at their pace because you're not going to be able to force them into what you want them to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I just want to say this. He's missed a pauser, right? Like whatever, when the game's too fast, hey, foot on the ball, standing right there, just waiting. I'm going to drop to the center back. I'll drop to left back. I'll go be a right winger, which we hated for a while. But like, it's just, he is everything on the pitch. He plays every position basically except keeper. Now, I will ask you all this question because there's another guy on our team, similar stature, similar build, but I think a better offensive player. Could he fill the Bernardo role? I'm talking about one Philip Foden. Could he become, in his next 5 seasons, this new contract, could he take on that role? Because he has the legs, he has the ability, he has to develop. I think still Pep's like, get the pauser right, like, please slow down. But I think it might be best, especially if you want to play him and Shirky together, he might need to come from a deeper position, and that could just like unlock everything.
I think it'd be a philosophy change for him, but I think for sure he has the ability to do it. Obviously, you don't get the experience and the understanding of situations that Bernardo has until you've played a bunch of games. But Bill has played a ton of games since he was 17, just not so much of the last 2 seasons. So I think it's in there, right? And I think this may be the reason why Pep stays is to kind of get that next evolution out of Phil Foden. And also now I think also as much as he can be, I'm sure a pain for Pep at times to be able to develop Shirky a little bit more because he is so special, right? So I think that may be the impetus that makes Pep stay for a season or two more, just to see those guys through to their next step. But yeah, I think Phil could do it for sure.
I think physically, there's no doubt if he had to do what Bernardo does, he probably is able to physically. I think that one of the things, and Duck, you're basically touching on it, and I'll hammer the point again. It's like a mentality shift where there's so much of Bernardo's game that is selfless, that I don't know if I've ever seen Foden do something and me have that feeling about that, right? And like sometimes you don't want your offensive players to be selfless. You want them to have irrational confidence at all times, and like that's what makes your strikers and whatnot. So that would be the mentality shift I would have to see and I'd have to look for, because like there's to everybody's point here, it's like what position has Bernardo not played, and do you think Bernardo wants to play some of these positions? Probably not, but he knows it's what needs to happen. He knows what they need to do to win. And I think also something that you lose is like one of your best Phil Foden moments. It's quite literally making something out of nothing, or making something out of a mistake that he himself may have made, right? And like you're not going to have those anymore. If he is actually able to shift that mentality, like is that a give and a take? Is that something you want? But you know that's the big difference. And I think like we're on the same page with it. You were kind of alluding to it, and I was like, yeah, no, you got to change the whole thought process on how you touch the ball, where you go with the ball, what you're looking at.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep, for sure.
Hey, I mean, when it was, again, it was Crystal Palace, but we were seeing a little bit of that actually. So
the back heel assist was amazing. He definitely that's his best performance of the season. Like it's not even close. And to be fair, I didn't expect it because he just has looked lost at times out there when he's been on the pitch, and it just was. Hopefully that's the spark in him that says, you know what, I am back. I'm back. I've got the confidence now. I know I can still play at this level. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
I've been saying this actually about him for a couple of weeks on the pod, but I was like joking because he's been sharing his like workout videos, his training videos, and he honestly doesn't do that. That's not like a thing he does. And I think it was almost like a rollout to let people also know, because he's such a simple dude. Whenever
at Thomas Tuchel at the bottom, at Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, like I think he was telling people, and he just seemed a little bit lighter. And then even I think Pep said something about it where he was just like, he never talks about something and it's while it's happening, it's after it happens he'll give you more information. So like he's just been saying that he just needs to like remember who he is. He will get there in due time. And now he's been adding like intricacies to it. Now it's like, what's up? He needs to learn how to smile, to laugh, to relax, to like it's fantastic. It's very similar to even like with Doku, because like Doku has the quality to be the world's best, but the difference is he is now saying, I want to be the world's best. You can't be the world's best without wanting to be it. Like he can be, but that's what I want to see, and that's what makes the world's best players.
Craig, I know you're going to do an intro here real quick, but like to that point, like I think you like Pep summarized it perfectly. Like you have to remember this person's a human being, right? So it's like he is born and raised with this club. He grew up with this club. There's nobody more disappointed in his performance this year than him. I promise you. Like I promise, like this is not what he wants, and like I think that like how Pep described that is exactly how I'm sure he's feeling. Where it's like, damn, what the hell happened? Because like 2 years ago, first person on a team sheet sometimes for me, right? And like,
nailed on.
No one's probably more disappointed in how this has gone than him. So it's like that mentality just needs to shift back for sure.
Right. Well, sometimes you just got to get out of your own head, right, and just stop obsessing over the things that you haven't done, and just put that aside. And but the point of like, and when I submitted that, I wanted to talk about the guys who are leaving: Bernardo, John Stones, Nathan Ake. The point of that was to kind of make this little bit of a list here, and it's really, really sad. The treble winners. After these 3 depart, there will be 5 members of the treble winning side left. Phil Foden is one of them. Yeah, okay. Still 5. You get Phil Foden, Ruben, of course. You're gonna have Holland, Rico Lewis, who did score a goal in the Champions League, right? Okay,
he's
right. Yeah, right. He's gonna be gone, but well, that's not confirmed yet, so I'm gonna leave him there. Okay. And of course, Rodri, right? Of course, yeah. Rodri. So the names that have gone: Ederson, Kyle Walker, Manu Akanji, Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, Jack Grealish, Riyad Mahrez, Stefan Ortega, Julian Alvarez, Scott Carson, Joao Cancelo, Aymeric Laporte, Cole Palmer, Sergio Gomez, just all gone.
Wow.
Amazing.
That is insane. That is, oh my God, vitamin C. Well, what is up, homie? Richie.
What's up, boys? Sorry, it's been a fucking crazy day today, running all around the tri-state area. Got to see a lot of New York and New Jersey and Connecticut that I really didn't want to, but I
did. We're really going coast to coast here. We got tri-state, we got Hawaii, we got the Midwest. Everybody's taken care of here. Nothing like
you're looking very festive in Hawaii. Very festive.
It's a wonderful day in Hawaii, but it usually is.
Yeah, what is it not, right?
Right.
So how you boys doing? You guys better win the title, because please, I don't want to listen to Arsenal fans. Can you please win the title? I never thought I'd say this in my life.
So I know Kyle Walker is going to have them ready to play. Let's go, Kyle.
Hey, Burnley gave us the toughest game we've had in the last 2 months. Like, I will not forget that we could not score a second goal on them. Like,
it's weird.
I don't know if they can score, but
show up. Sometimes they show up, and sometimes they are napping for 90 minutes. It's a weird thing. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, Burnley's just trying to be a yo-yo club." I don't think they really are. I think Burnley just doesn't know how to get it right from the Championship to the Premier League. And they're a really good example of how difficult it really is. Particularly.
It's a whole different level. Yeah. It's a whole different level. To go from that club that goes up and down to be like a Brentford who came up and staying up, right?
At least for now. Like Brighton? You mean like Brighton?
Yes.
Excuse me.
Well, Brighton's been, I would say, I don't even think of Brighton in that terms anymore, because they've been in the Premier League for so long at this point, right? Like, when was the last time Brighton went down?
Brighton have not gone down. That's
what I'm saying.
The Premier League and never went down.
That's what I'm talking about. So Brighton's an established, nailed-on Premier League club, in my opinion, and they're a club that, you know, they challenge for European places most of the time, most seasons, and they develop players. Like, one of my favorite Premier League players currently is Matoma. I love that guy. I love him to death. I think he's such a great player, and he's so good for Brighton. It's such a great servant for the club. It's just amazing.
So you guys were talking about your roster turnover. So, you know, what do you guys think of the new rendition of Man City will be moving forward? I mean, we could take this year out of it. You know, Arsenal are obviously in pole position for the title. I still think the bottle is very much still on. Okay,
it's possible.
Yeah, it's still Arsenal, right?
right.
They do it.
But where does Man? Because this is an interesting question. Pep is probably leaving either end of this year or next year. We don't know. But
fair.
Where does the new rendition of Man City go?
I mean, I'll say this one first. I am such a fan of this transition to change the whole squad in 4 windows, like starting with really 3, maybe 4. Like, it was 3 because last January is when things like really turned up. We got Marmoush, Nico, Kuz. You had the summer. And then you had this January, right? Like with Semenyo and Gehi. And look at our squad. It's young, it's fast. We have academy products. We got international players galore. I think most in the Premier League again. Goal scorers, creators. The defenders are great. Like, I am ecstatic about the nature of this club. And I think we can have a domestic double in an off year. And it's the year where we drop the most points from winning positions, as we all have lived through as City fans. So we really, if you want to say it, we lost the title. Arsenal didn't win it as much as we lost it. We should be champions just off like 2 results. We could have had more points than them. I'm happy, man.
This is like the philosophical argument that I have with a lot of Arsenal fans and Arteta's philosophy approach, right? It's, we're going to defend. And in the 90s and early 2000s, that was a strategy that worked. That's how the game was. I firmly believe that you cannot be a championship team, a consistent championship team, simply by defending your way to, being in the hunt every year. Because what that requires, it requires you to rely on other people to choke or drop points, like Man City's doing this year. Man City had plenty of opportunities to win games, but they blew. And Arsenal said, "We're just not going to blow it and hope we don't give up a late goal."
The other thing that they've got in their favor this year is no red cards and no penalties against.
Listen,
set piece king, set piece FC.
I'll say this: all 20 clubs fan bases in the Premier League complain about the refs. So if everybody's complaining about it,
I'm saying
probably not.
I'm saying no penalties and no red cards against Arsenal this year. None.
Not one.
Not one.
Literally not one. You remember that time? You remember the time Solanke kicked Gahey and then we got a penalty for it?
Oh my God.
Do you remember the time that Gabriel headbutted Holland and didn't get a red card for it?
Hey, remember that time when Philippe held the keeper early in the season and they didn't call goalkeeper interference? But then they did.
No, we had the same problem. Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I mean
they're just bad at their jobs.
There is a feeling. There is a feeling in the league right now that Arsenal are getting favored treatment. I hate to say it, but there's been a lot of suspect non-calls and involving them that it sort of feels like, maybe we want Arsenal to win the title this year.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's
and maybe they still won't.
Maybe they still won't. So, one thing I did want to talk to you guys about is, you guys come from the Man City dynasty era, right? And it's not that far gone, but the shape of the league has changed. Look at this year, the battles up and down the table, the parity in the league has been so awesome. I know, you guys are top 6 club and trophies are everything, but can we just take a moment to appreciate how competitive and great the Premier League has been this year?
Yeah.
What
Amazing.
a year.
Yeah.
What a year. Leeds coming back and holding a spot.
Bournemouth season has been amazing. Sunderland's season has been amazing. Just across the board, some of these clubs, I think typically over the last decade or so, you get promoted and immediately you go back down. Well, Sunderland and Bournemouth were that's not happening to us.
Yeah. You got to give Sunderland credit. They went after Premier League players when they came up. I thought Xhaka was a great pickup by them. I thought it was a
huge for them.
Really good pickup. Yep.
I don't mean to go against what you're saying. Yes, I think there's a lot of really great individual stories. I think the point differential is nice this year. I think Premier League football this season has sucked. I think it's not fun to watch.
Oh,
literally,
yes.
I think it's
the quality is. We're talking about
storylines, narratives.
Yeah.
I think
it sucks to watch.
If you compare, I was talking to my Liverpool fan as well. I'm gonna throw us out there. The years that we were going up against Liverpool, whoever wins it this year would finish 3rd to 5th in those seasons.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not as good. The football is not as good right now.
But is it not as good, or is the bottom half of the league giving everybody a tougher time?
I don't think so. I think it's sloppy, and I think it's not very well played. I think even
it's dependent upon
it's
dependent upon set pieces a lot of times. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not been enjoyable at all to watch, I think, this year. And I'm not trying to be the anti whatever we're talking about right now, but
everybody needs a heel, baby. Everybody needs a heel.
Okay,
I say this, right? Oh, go ahead, John.
No, I was just gonna say, I have not enjoyed most years when I'm watching, us. I will sit there and I'll watch 2 other games, and I've gotten to the point where I get 15 minutes into another game. I'm like, I can't do this. especially if I'm watching Arsenal, and like I'm not trying to
I
pile
don't
on
watch.
here.
I don't do that.
I can't
But
watch Arsenal. I can barely watch Brighton Arsenal. So yeah, I'm with
right,
you.
the fish rots from the head, right? So if the best team,
Right.
quote unquote, is playing this way,
Mhm.
it's a trickle down effect to everybody else. So it's like the football in the Premier League, and I know Crunk, we talk about this on our pod with Dylan all the time. It's like it is borderline unwatchable sometimes. It's not been good this year at all, I personally think.
This is the most like Serie A, Ligue 1, La Liga, Bundesliga I've ever watched, and it's because I watch City, and maybe so like Brighton versus Brentford, I'll watch that, even though those aren't top teams, but they are both teams who have like a style that can attack and will attack. Like Brighton, they
they play a positive brand of football,
exactly.
right? They're
so
positive, right?
So there are teams where I'll watch them play, but if it's like, if it's teams that I don't feel that way about, then I'm just like, fuck it, let's watch some La Liga.
I would say to your point there, Crunk, and to John's as well, is because the point differentials have gotten tighter. Teams are playing, dark arts, sloppy, grinded out football rather than let's play pretty, good football. Because there's opportunity. Every point every 2 points you drop or 2 points you may gain put you in a position to possibly get to Europe. I mean, Europe is in contention, mathematically at least, for 5 or 6 teams still at the bottom end.
Yeah, for sure.
I think one of the things that the old, let's say that beautiful Klopp Pep era didn't have that we have now is the advent of the Conference League, and that just gives hope to so many more clubs, because of course it used to be top 5 only when the Europe, and that was it. Yeah, but now it's like,
Bournemouth.
Go ahead.
Bournemouth might have European football next season. Like they still have that in their grasp, right? They can, if they get results their last 2 games, they've got a chance.
Guys, Crystal Palace might have a European trophy.
Because of the
that just tells you the sham. That just tells you the sham of the Conference League. Okay?
I mean, who was the first one? Didn't West Ham get with David Moyes? David Moyes got it.
They won conference. Yeah.
Sharpie, though, I do think that's like a really interesting, like to see where there's resting before this would happen, to see where there would be people taking their foot off the pedal before this would happen, like for sure. I think that's a very, very interesting point. I think also, like, kind of in that same vein, not to bring it back to like Arsenal, because I'm not trying to, but the goalie interference thing, the thing that I actually really hated, and it's about the competitiveness of the league, it's definitely there. The thing that I hated about the entire storyline was, like, we didn't even talk about the fact that West Ham's probably going to get relegated because of this call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like,
that's a fair point.
Arsenal winning, sure, but, like, why are we not also, like, West Ham most likely will get relegated because the VAR referee missed this, or the referees missed this thing.
Do we want
and I think that there's
not
enough of that conversation happening.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's because, Arsenal, and West Ham, they have a shit stadium. Their team doesn't have much sauce. And it's just like it's tough luck. Like, bro, goodbye. And I know the league overall is happier to lose West Ham than Tottenham. Like, Tottenham just spent all this money. There's no way the championship could even mine money in the same way that the Premier League would be able to in that stadium either.
It would be such a they'd be financial ruin for Tottenham to go down. It would be ridiculous.
I want to see it.
Me too. I would be there for it all day.
I honestly don't. That's how much I could care less about Tottenham, and I don't even care about Tottenham. I don't care if they go.
It's just for the vibes.
They're just Tottenham. They're just Tottenham.
Right. It's true. It is true.
They are.
It is true.
And to your point, though, I don't know if it'll be financial ruin for Tottenham, because if you look at their accounts, they turn a lot of commercial revenue outside of the stadium, and
they get that NFL money too. So
ancillary events,
F1
the stadium,
and concerts.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They are
Best stadium in Europe.
Brand.
I mean,
they are a global brand, whether we like to accept it or not.
No, for sure.
They shouldn't be.
Their stadium
based on their performance,
brand.
But they are a global brand, and they'll be okay if they go down. I do think now West Ham not getting the points, I think De Zerbi will be able to keep them up. And I will say this. I'm not a huge fan of De Zerbi. I love what he did for us.
Yeah, sure.
You know, he was a cult of personality and a great time to watch. But long term, I don't think he's a championship winner because his tactics, everybody raves about his tactics. He does one thing really well. But when they figure it out, he tends to blame everybody else and then go to another club. But
he doesn't have a counter for the counter, right?
Exactly. So. He can't maneuver, which is why I love Herzler. Herzler is very malleable and can adjust. But he's the right manager for Tottenham. They have lacked any sort of personality or identity for years. They have lacked any sort of style, any sort of thing. Yeah, that's Tottenham. That's Spurs football, right? Only thing we could say about Spurs football is that's Spursy, right? I think that is the perfect fit for him. And you know, if they do stay up, we may be surprised at where they compete next year.
Yeah, maybe. Obviously, they're going to have to do some business in the transfer window. They're going to have to get some players in. But I mean, I think he certainly could get them back to mid-table or even challenging for European places.
Yeah, like here's the thing with Tottenham, and I think context matters a lot. They've had the worst injury crisis I've seen. It was worse than ours. Like they had so many players just not be able to play. Like even in this push, Javi Simons gets hurt. You have somebody else that goes down. Was it the center back, right? Like they just keep getting bit by the injury bug. So like I could not imagine having to deal with every player that I wanted my best 11 basically almost getting hurt at some point. Like that was we went through it last year. It was the worst time for us as a City fan because the whole team got hurt. But
Charlie, Rule 76, no excuses. Play like a champion.
We play like a champion, but goddamn it, if they aren't champions on the pitch, what am I supposed to do, Richie? I can't do anything with backups. You become fighting for relegation.
Out there, Charlie. You get your ass out there and you hold the front line. You run the press out there. I would love to see Charlie just run out there. Don't worry, Gaffer. I got this.
I got it.
Watch him get tackled by security.
Yeah. I think I got a soft spot for Spurs though, like because I just enjoy like the history of like Son and Kane and. You know, like you know what it's like to go in those great Pochettino teams, and even like the Jose team was competitive, right? Like they got rid of him. It was stupid. He was doing well. They fired him before a final, right? Like it's so the management's been terrible, but I like those players individually. They got a lot of young players that I really like. So I hope they stay up over West Ham because I think they're just a better team, which is better for the league. So.
We got 4 City fans here, and we failed to mention the true advantage of Spurs going down. It's us not dropping points at Spurs.
At Spurs, right? Spurs away.
Is that a thing?
It is.
Yeah. Oh, it's a thing.
But we drop points so many places. Everton, Nottingham Forest. I can tell you.
But how many
we drop points?
How many matches did we play at that stupid stadium before we even scored a goal? Not even just before we even scored a goal. Yeah. It was crazy.
2-year anniversary today was Ortega stopping Son, and once that happened, all my beef went out the window because we won.
Oh my!
We finally overcame Son. He left, Kane left. Sayonara.
We talked about baptisms earlier, and that was our exorcism. So we were just like,
it was. Yeah, amazing. that was the title winner. That save was the title winner. 100%.
Love you, Stefan. Love you.
Yep.
Stefan Ortega, UG.
Sure.
Do you guys think Liverpool is going to be coming back to compete for titles? What do you guys think, Arnie Slot?
Well, first of all, it sounds like Slot's staying. To be fair,
he's staying. He's staying.
Right. So, and I think someone made the point. Well, if you got rid of him, who would you bring in? Like, who is out there that you're going to bring that's going to be better?
Also,
I don't know
how much money they put into his project. And you're going to fire the manager. That's not smart.
After 2 seasons. After 2 seasons and a Premier League, right? He won a Premier League.
And a title.
Right. And you're going to send him out the door. I mean, obviously, I think he's been a little bit of a victim of Salah's decline because he's so important to that club. So you've got to get someone in there who can kind of provide what Mo Salah has provided for you a little bit. I don't think, obviously, he's not a player you can easily replace. Prime Salah was pretty great. But you've got to try to find that kind of player. You've definitely got to bring in some new some more new players because this squad just didn't get it done.
So
They
you
just
think it's more?
weren't
You
good
think
enough.
it's more personnel issue than it is a tactical issue?
I think it's a little bit of both. To be fair, like I actually just rewatched the highlights of City and Liverpool from the FA Cup run, and they didn't look like they were well organized. And then even at the end of the game, it's 4-0 for sure. Salah gets a penalty and he can't score it. I mean, Prime Salah does not get saved by James Trafford. Okay.
Oh, that was great.
That is.
I think it's
fair.
Like talking to the Liverpool fans that I know, they want Slot out.
Yeah, they do.
Like
Same.
big time.
Oh yeah,
Same.
no, they don't like.
Too.
But
yeah.
but they'd also want Cody Gakpo out faster. Like I think that's
Yes.
one of the big points of contention here. If I'm running that team, and I know FSG spends no money whatsoever, they're super stingy. But like you need to get rid of them because like you're following Mr. Rogers. You're never going to be as popular as Klopp. You're never going to like, and the fans aren't happy with it. Like, get to the next guy. Like that's how I'm viewing it.
Yep.
Is like Sharpie. I know you're a Broncos fan. Like, who's the coach after Mike Shanahan? Do you even remember?
No,
I do.
I forgot about that era. Fuck
Yeah,
no.
because like he won 2 Super
That's
Bowls. And then
Wade
like,
Phillips.
The next guy. Who's the next guy? The next guy is
Was it not?
He wasn't going to be.
Was it not Wade Phillips?
It was.
It was Wade Phillips.
It was
Yeah.
Wade Phillips. Wow.
It
Wow.
was. Yeah.
And
It
that's
was not
even
a-
that's even
the
a
court-
household
but
name back then.
Here's the
I
thing:
don't remember.
the quarterback was more of an issue than the coach, right? Because at the
100%.
end of the day, players on the field or players on the pitch, and when we're talking about footy, and so with Liverpool, here's my thought: they went all those years without winning a Premier League, right? Until the solid Klopp team finally did it. Klopp leaves. He never wins a second one, right? Like he only won one. He won that in the UCL.
I was and a Champions League. So yeah.
And the Champions League was incredible. But then in the first season, you get a trophy. And so this is almost like a disease of more situation where like people, their fans are not understanding like the context of like, look at the last 5 years and look at the previous 26 years, right? Like which one would you rather have? And you want to have the last 5 because unless you're City and this generation, you don't win back-to-back titles. Look at Chelsea.
Well,
like it's
I
just
think,
really hard to do.
They spent a lot of money this summer, a ton.
A
And the players that they spent money on did not really produce. Like Florian Wirtz has not been anywhere near his transfer fee. Do you know what I mean? It's just, and so you've got that compounded with their tactical issues on the pitch, and basically you look at it like, well, this is Slot's guy, right? This is the guy he wanted. You get him in here, we spend all that money on him, and he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
And we want instant success, but it's hard to do, right? Like it is hard adjusting from Bundesliga to Premier League unless you're Erling Haaland,
or Kevin De Bruyne,
or Kevin De Bruyne. Like it's a really tough thing to do. And his second half of the season, because it's 38 games, he's gotten better.
Yeah, they
Did Isak's injury kill them? Yes, because I think their whole system looks different. If you have Isak and Ekatike, who also got injured, and we forgot about that.
Yep.
Right? Like, so it's just like he's so good. The context is real. And it sucks that, again, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I know something I care about. And it's like, yeah, they've had to deal with injuries too. If your people are healthy and you suck, that's one thing. But when you have injuries all around the pitch, like even the fact that they fucked up the Gahey deal. Like Gahey should have been theirs. They fucked it up. They didn't get him. Thank God he came to us. But it's like, I think Slot gets next year. And if you aren't challenging for the title, hey, you had 3 seasons. We're ready for whoever. Like, but they have talent. Like, yeah.
I agree. I agree with you. It would be foolish to, in a transition year where you have all these new pieces coming in, that maybe not integrated within the year the way you wanted to. On top of the injuries, on top of Salah not producing, the big issue for me on Liverpool, which is related to Slot being qualified to be the manager, is how narrow they play and how exposed they get on the wings. And a big problem with that is, Van Dijk's age and Konate. When you get Konate out on an island, he basically blows the entire back line open. If the wing back is deep, whoever's playing wing back is deep, and it gets over the top, and Konate gets pulled out of the center back position, it's game over, because he's more times than not going to take the wrong angle and leave an open pass, and then Van Dijk has to defend 2 people. It happens all the time with them. So can they fix that? With tactics? Will they fix that with tactics? They should. And if Arne Slot can't, because I'm sure he'll have Van Dijk for another year, and Konate for another year, I don't know if they're going to be able to replace Konate with someone who's defensively viable the same way. Can he adjust with his tactics? And if he can't, then he's not the man for the job, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
I think too, Duck, when I was talking, my brother's a big Liverpool fan, and I went through that thought experiment of like, well, then who do you get? And like, his only answer was like, I'd take Luis Enrique, and I was like, Paris, Liverpool, where do you want to live?
Right.
Type of thing,
Yeah. Right.
I'd also take Luis Enrique. I think Liverpool and Brighton have the same shot.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's no good answer, I think, is what you were trying to allude to earlier too.
Yeah, there is. I mean, maybe, but I don't know that. I think Xabi Alonso is an excellent manager. I think he did a really good job at Leverkusen, but he also did not do a great job with a very talented Real Madrid side. So there's that too. I don't agree. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. We already talked about Real Madrid and the makeup there and how it doesn't really work with the players they have and how they don't mix well together.
The princess party over there.
Yeah, exactly. No, we did talk about that earlier. But again, you got fired. What, 4 months in? Yeah.
I mean, from a headline perspective, it doesn't look great. But we also have to remember, Xabi Alonso has history with a lot of the players they brought in.
Yeah,
and he has history with the club in itself, right?
Yeah, I think that's why he is being hesitant, because 2 bad, especially high-profile gigs in a row, your career is done. Like, he'll be lucky if Strasbourg takes a look at him. He needs.
That's a good point, Krong.
You know what?
To be fair, you do have to pick your next spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Listen,
at least it'll be quick.
Frank Lampard keeps getting hired. Let's not throw.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, he was like, he was real. Yeah, he was real. It was real dark times for him for a while.
Where's Graham Potter these days?
Great point.
Yeah. Right.
But is it Belgium?
Yeah, something like
Alonso
that.
will always have a job. I think is like what it is. Is it a top one? Maybe not, but
yeah.
I think he'll eventually get a top job.
I would agree with
regardless, whether it takes him, how long it takes him to get to a top job.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think, and I have no idea because I'm not in the industry, but I think within the industry, people understand that Xabi Alonso wasn't the problem at Real Madrid.
In Real Madrid. And it seems at times, especially lately, that Real Madrid really isn't interested in finding out what the real problem is. They just want to get a firing in the paper so people think that they're trying to address the issues. Anyway, I don't know if you saw Florentino Perez's press conference the other day where he's talking about his enemies. It was amazing. It was amazing.
It was great. It was.
Dude, is La Liga's back to the 90s style, huh?
Have you seen the relegation battle in La Liga? Have you seen it?
No.
From 10 to 10, it's obviously Oviedo's at 29 points, and then there's from 19th to 10th is separated by 4 points.
Oh wow,
it's crazy. Sevilla could be in Europe or be relegated. Who knows?
You know what would be great if Palace lose to Rayo Vallecano. And then I can say Palace isn't even good enough for mid-table La Liga.
La Liga, that's amazing.
Mid-table, Palace isn't even good enough for mid-table La Liga, and that will be my line, even though they won an FA Cup, and it really bothers the shit out of me. And that's your guys' fault. That's your guys' fault.
Hey, that's BGMO. Lee Anderson didn't get sent off.
Yeah,
I will never live that down. Terrible.
You still lost to Palace in the FA Cup final. I don't give a shit.
We do have to own it. We do have to own it. Yeah, because they do that to a lot of people.
I should sue your club for emotional distress, I think.
Yeah. Well, we gotta make it right against Chelsea on Saturday. How's that sound?
That sounds fantastic because Chelsea, I think, is going to be the new Spursy. We got
Yeah.
to come up
Well, I
with a
mean,
tag name for that.
you were talking briefly Chelsea manager. I mean, it seems like a temp job, but so speaking of FA Cups, just want to shout out the youth side won the FA Youth Cup today. They beat Man United 2-1 to start off our possible FA Cup treble, guys.
Legendary. 87's been a
Legendary.
winner. We got some great kids
That was.
coming up. Pesky, McAdoo. Like, it's some
I
talent
thought
coming up.
McAdoo was. Hey, he was
McAdoo, sorry, my
clearly
bad.
the best player on the pitch today. He was amazing out there. Yeah.
Do you guys watch your U21 games in the PL2?
These are the under 18s, by the way.
Yeah, these are under
But
18s.
yes. Yeah.
Well, we're not big enough to afford streaming for our U18s. So, but I do. I got to tell you, I love watching the U21 games.
It's really nice, awesome. Right?
It's a lot of fun. Like, and you don't have to be too into it, and you get to see like, oh, who's got talent, who's got the potential.
That's the first place I saw Cole Palmer. Was it a U21?
So that's how I felt about Mukasa. That's when I saw Mukasa come through. Nico O'Reilly as a 10 with the 10 shirt. And this giant 10 is just crazy.
I think not enough fans pay attention to the youth teams across all fan bases. In this game, in this sport, and in English football in general, like there's such a history there of bringing up local young players through the academy, and I think it's really fun to watch that. I really do. And it's fun to track them. Watching Jack Hinchelwood before he came up with the big team, you could tell he was just he was going to be great. He was going to be great, and you got to follow his career. He's a local lad, and there's something to that cultural aspect of this game and in this country that's really special, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%. I think it's wonderful, and and I want to say shout out to Gronk and Charlie and the guys on all the guys on Shades of Blue, the main podcast. These guys from day one, they've covered the entire club. Right? They haven't been this podcast that only covers the men's side because they're popular and they get clicks. They've been all in on the women's side from day one, and it was just really, really gratifying to see the women's team finally come through, win the WSL. They're in the FA Cup final. What a great season! And obviously, feels so great for Bunny Shaw to be a champion, and for Lauren Hemp to be a champion, and for Yui to be a champion. And those ladies, they definitely deserve it. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Brighton is also, if I recall, I don't follow the women's game.
Brighton's nice as shit. Oh my god, they got all my respect.
I mean, dude, we spent a lot of money on the women's team, so they fucking better.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, they're good for sure, right?
Yeah.
It's just we've all been chasing Chelsea for so long.
Yeah.
The Chelsea plague is gonna, I think, spread through the entire organization, though. LOL, Chelsea.
Yeah, it seems like rot.
If they take Bunny Shaw from us, I am ready to just say I need a season away from the women. Like, because how do you take away the best player on the best team and say go to your rival? Because we would never let Holland go to Arsenal. We would never let Holland go to Man United. How dare you? But on the women's side, it's like, oh, the length of the contract's too long, the money's too much. No, you figure it out. Like, that's where the double standard comes in. And then I made a point last week that, like, hey, Phil Foden, who's underperformed for 2 years, got a new deal. Now, of course, the money's different, the complex, blah, blah, blah. The point is he got his deal without proving anything. He got his deal off his history, not his production. Bunny is still winning Golden Boots. She's on pace to be the league leading, the career scorer leader in the WSL. And they're like, sorry, you're 29. Don't want to give you the extra years you want for stability. Sam Kerr's 33 and just left Chelsea. So you mean to tell me I can't get 4 more years of Bunny Shaw? Like, it's they got to figure something out.
Yeah,
100%.
And we don't, and also, we don't know. I'm sure at Man City, as it is at Brighton, there are 2 different directors for the women's and men's team, and they may have different philosophies on how to manage and construct a payroll. But I think there's validity to how much money they're going to put into a women's, how much exposure for the money, the financial risk they're going to take on that end. And there's probably some valid reasons not to, because you do have to run it as an independent money-making business. It is a money-making business in this game, and you have to be aware of that. But Man City should be able to afford to keep their best player for another 4 years, even if it only works out for 2. I mean, their salaries aren't massive. I mean,
So
I,
yeah.
I think to that point though, like you got to also take a look at the money making business that it does for like the men's side, because like your goal is expanding the base. Like if you have now like people who are really excited about the women also buying tickets for the Saturday match, like it's all you want to do is like how many more people can you get in sky blue, and like that's
Right.
all it is. Like it doesn't matter who's on the back, what the number is, whatever. So it's like, yeah, I think you're spot on like the mathematics have to work, but I think it's like one of those investments where the long play is valuable, super
yeah.
valuable. You're now just expanding the base of people that you can attract to the Etihad or wherever your stadium is for men, women, U21, U18,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Valid point. And to surmise what you're saying is basically you have to look at it from a marketing perspective and
Hmm.
Correct.
how you reach different audiences to be exposed to the entirety of your sports offerings,
Correct.
men's, youth, women's, and they may not be considering. That's a very valid and good point, I think.
I mean, and that's what Arsenal do so well. Like their marketing team, they are so great at getting. That's how they manage to just get so many random, just like new people who are into football. It's usually a London team
and
because
and
it's
turn them into
London.
the most miserable fucks on the planet.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but
sorry, continue.
no, it's fair, but it like
Yeah.
there's a reason why. Like the market, we joke and we call them Arsenal Fashion Club. They always have some new like fit out and so many different like there are a lot of parts of the club
Yeah.
to like. So like
They are great marketers. They
yeah,
are great marketers.
and and sit.
Have you been to their stadium?
I've been to the outside of it, but I didn't get to.
I went there. I saw Brighton Arsenal there on my way to Italy last year in September. That was the famous Veltman kick Rice red card game, which was amazing.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
No, yeah. Good for you.
terrible game to watch, like all Arsenal games, but that was a great moment in the game.
Yeah.
But they like their stadium is so well branded. The amenities they have within the stadium and your exposure to the brand throughout the whole experience is fantastic. The museum is incredible. And I agree with you. Arsenal, from even early on, from the Invincibles, the early 2000s era, they have been one of the leading clubs in England in terms of marketing to a global audience. And it's
Yeah.
Agreed.
important. It's important.
Mhm.
It's how you establish
Yeah.
your strength as a club.
Helps have a lot of years of Thierry Henry too, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey,
He was
without the
amazing, man.
yeah, without the actual wins, you can
Unbelievable.
go back and show that stuff anytime. You're like, hey, remember that one time we had Thierry Henry?
I will say at that time, I was a huge Thierry Henry fan at that time.
Understandable.
Never big enough to actually start rooting for Arsenal though. And honestly, for a long time, I didn't have. I think I've told the story with you guys for a long time. I really didn't have a club. I just was like, I liked players. Like when I was younger, really young, I liked Beckham and I liked Henry. And then I finally landed on David Silva and I followed him to City. And when he came in 2010, I started watching City pretty regularly. And then 2012 happened and I was hooked. Got me.
That's it. I'm sort of the same way. I started watching ball in when I got to college because I had a lot of friends who were soccer players and followed the leagues, and I never really picked a team. I just enjoyed watching the sport. I wanted to pick a team, but there was no way I was picking a big six. I'm an
Right.
Islander, Mets, and Jets fan, so all I know is
Oh
suffering.
my
So I
God.
need to keep it consistent, man. I need to keep it consistent. I can't root for success. That seems dirty for me.
Yeah, I get you.
And I did. There were a couple of times that I was close to pledging to Liverpool because I do have Irish heritage, and it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
historic Irish
same.
club. But I became a Brighton fan mostly because it was not because of the players, mostly because of the club. Honestly, um, they remind me a lot of the Islanders in that they lost their home. They were on the brink of extinction, and we had a savior come in and hold the club together, and then we had another one come in and lift it up and bring it to prominence. And I just like the way they do things. I like that they pay attention to the quality of the product that they put on the field rather than just winning fucking trophies. honestly feel bad for you guys because the expectation of winning a
Thank
trophy
you.
every year
Thank
must be
you.
fucking exhausting and miserable. I just get to enjoy football, and if we make Europe, I'm happier than a pig in shit.
There are so
Oh my
many
god.
spoiled city fans, man. Like I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
we
there
won
are.
6 out of 8, or 6 out of 7, or now 6 out of 9. Like we are
Right.
so great. Like this is
Yeah.
generational. We will talk about this 30 years from now. Like, wow, that city run was crazy. And it's like, guys, it's okay if you don't win everything every year because you literally can't
Right.
because there's only been 2 trebles ever, and we won one of them in a way better way than the other one. So it's like, man,
It,
like
it's
it's
I will
it's
okay.
say,
so it's so true because Richie, what I was gonna say is like you feel like you can't support a winner. I'm a Cleveland fan, so like the
Yeah.
internal confliction that happens being a City fan as well, where I'm like, oh no, we win. Like this is
like,
Yeah.
new to me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
I don't know what to
it,
do with
it
my hands.
yeah, no, 1,000%. I'm like, I apologize to my friends when we win. I had a buddy who's a Wolves fan, and I just go up to him like, I'm so sorry. I don't want to win. I want to win, but I don't want to win. Get
Yeah.
whatever. So like
I'm uncomfortable.
I
I'm uncomfortable winning.
a
This
thousand
right.
percent. But like, I think Sharpie hits it the nail on the head. I say this all the time. I'm like, what more do you want? Like, what more can we? And I think like you made the point earlier, and I thought it was a very like well said and like very healthy way to go about it. Where it's like, man, like this has been like being able to be a fan of this team. Nobody else gets this. Like, it's incredible. It's a 10-year run that like nobody else gets to say. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of why I was going through that whole list of the guys who are gone, just to put that in your minds that group was so special, and they
You
won
forgot Calvin Phillips. I
so much.
wanted to mention.
I Well, okay. I don't know
Just
that I
kidding.
forgot him,
Just kidding.
but
Where is he now?
Ipswich was it? No, is he not in Ipswich? No,
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 he's
no, he's
just
not
not
this
on
year.
anywhere.
Yeah,
He
he's
didn't
just
go
hanging
anywhere.
out. He's just literally
He's
hanging
on the
out.
club payroll,
Just
getting
just getting
healthy.
paid.
Hey, it happens.
Yikes!
Game, man. Get that
Yikes!
bad.
But that group was so special. It's not going to come around again. It isn't,
No.
right? It's just the privilege to have watched that team and their relentless drive and their just hunger for more, more all the time. You know, how much is enough? More is enough. Give me
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. And it's unique in this game how much in our American sports the head coach, but here the manager, how much that personality infects the team and it affects the fans, right?
Important stat for him.
What's
If
that?
they don't win, the league this year, if they somehow Arsenal manages to hold on, this will be the first time in Pep's career that he has gone back-to-back seasons without winning the league.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the perspective of that, fellas.
Stupid. Just
That includes Barcelona and yeah.
It's
that includes
like,
Barcelona.
come on, man.
That includes other leagues.
And Bayern.
Yes.
Yeah, all
No,
three.
not
leagues.
just yes. His entire career: Barcelona, Bayern, and City.
Only gone 1 year. Like and we're second by. And last year we were trash and only were third behind Arsenal, like 3
We're
points
third.
behind Arsenal in second. Like
Yeah.
he's ridiculous, man. He's so good.
Yeah.
Relentless. He is relentless.
And
You saw him on the pitch against
learner.
who was it? Against Palace, like going crazy up 2-0. The ball got kicked out of bounds.
73rd minute.
Lost this shit.
And just, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He has and De Zerbi has this as well. He just doesn't have the tactical brilliance that Pep has, the understanding of the game in all facets, the way that Pep does. But De Zerbi has this as well, is that borderline psychotic obsession with perfection and winning.
Yep.
And I think that to go back to the Spurs thing, I think we're going to be a little surprised at how much that is going to impact them as a team and how much more competitive they are going to be. Spurs can afford good players, and they have to pay for better players. Obviously, they have to dish out the money because they are not Arsenal, they are not Man City, they are not Chelsea. They do not have that history. But if they do pay for those players, and you give De Zerbi quality players, he will make them great winners, at least for a season or two. I don't know past that, but for at least for a season or two, he will get the best out of the players. And I think we got to watch out for for what Spurs may do next year if they do bolster the squad and stay up. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of business they do in the summer. And I will say this too, for all the Spurs fans who are rubbing their hands wanting Daniel Levy out, this is what you got.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We now learned that it wasn't Daniel Levy.
Correct.
It wasn't Daniel Levy. I'm sure. What's the guy on TalkSport? The old Palace owner.
Texter.
What's his name?
No, that's
not
the current
Texter.
one.
No, he's Steve something. Anyway, he was
Parrish.
Steve Parrish. Steve Parrish. Oh no, he's the Colonel. There's another guy. I forget his name. But anyway, he was saying, well, now everybody knows it wasn't Daniel Levy. He was a close friend of his. The owners just suck.
Yeah, true, fair.
Oh God, dude, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with Palace? Are they going to continue to win trophies? Please tell me no.
No.
Please tell me no.
No, they're about to lose Glasner, and a bunch of their players are leaving. It's
16th next season. 16th, maybe fighting relegation.
It's going to be bad.
It's going to be a drop off because
So this is your solace, Richie. Okay, this is their golden generation, and it's over.
Good point. That's a good point. This was their peak, and it was
Elise as a Mateta. Yeah.
And they get an FA Cup and a Conference League.
They got FA Cup. That's huge.
Farmers League. I hope they lose to Real Vallecano. That would be so funny.
It would be amazing. We'll be rooting for that for you, my friend.
I'll be rooting for
I'm sorry,
Vallecano.
Rebecca Lowe is ahead of me than you, Richard. I want Rebecca Lowe smiling. So I hope Alice wins for her.
What didn't we touch? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Brighton, Brentford, or Bournemouth? Who's going to finish in 6th?
Brentford.
Yeah, probably.
You think Brentford's going to finish in 6th?
Well, because we have to say we're going to beat Bournemouth.
I agree. I think you're going to beat Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth are going to fail against you. They're going to drop those points, and I do think Bournemouth has this thing where there's an occasional
Who else has
game
Brentford play?
Where there's an occasional game where they just sort of don't show up.
Palace and Liverpool. Yeah.
Yep. And Brentford's. I don't think it's Brentford because Brentford have a real tough.
Yeah, they do. Well, Crystal Palace, they're going to be cooling. Like this will be the match that whoever, because the game after that, they play Arsenal and then
they're going to beat Arsenal on the final day.
The season. They can go hard now. They're actually going to go hard against Brentford because they got to stay in shape, man. Like you got to play. You can't have 2 weeks on the beach. Yeah, you got to play. Maybe play your starters. Yeah, for a final, get prepped and ready.
Yeah, for the
their games are every 6 days.
Yeah,
For the early, I agree with you. Like for semis and early round of 16 games, you'll rest your starters because you're playing every 3 days. When you get to a final stage, you want to be ramping into the final.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Arsenal's not going to get a fully rotated squad. Like you can't go 10 days without playing football. So they might get some subs early or some subs late. But they're going to see the best 11 that Crystal Palace has.
They're getting Mateta. Mateta. Like he is playing for sure.
They're getting Mateta, Sarr, Pino, Wharton.
Yep.
Like all 4 of them will play. And then hey, if we don't have it, take them out at 60. Or if we're up, take them out at 80. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think Glasner, and I think Glasner, you see him interact with Pep. They have a positive interaction. I think everybody in the league hates Arsenal. There's nobody that's like, Arteta, go get this league. Yeah. Please, go get it. People are like, no, fuck you, Arteta. We're going to do our best. Like Kyle Walker, figure this shit out. You getting that 6-3-1 and you make shit happen, okay? I don't want to see a goal, Kyle. You better throw it back.
God damn it, Kyle.
So speaking of the run-in, you guys, final day drama, did you guys see the setup for the Scottish Premier League's final day?
Yes.
I'm
my
all
heart,
in.
baby.
That stupid VAR call was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. However, man, they've got a huge hill to climb on the last day though at Celtic Park.
Yeah, it's tough.
But all they need is a draw.
Hey, this is why their top 6, bottom 6 setup is so dope because you get these matchups almost every year, and learning about them, this is really cool.
But it's 41 straight seasons, right? 41 straight seasons that it's been Celtic or Rangers, right? Since Aberdeen won with Sir Alex. Yeah.
Listen, everything Uncle Tony touches to gold. We all know this. It's fine.
That is true. That is his thing.
Yep. Listen,
Yeah, man.
it's the funny thing is that his mathematics background is in gambling, and as a Brighton fan,
good
like
maths.
as a neutral, I'm like that's a little suspect, but as a Brighton fan, I'm like, that's great, that's awesome.
I love it.
I love it.
His bets have worked. He's on a heater. He's on like a 20-year heater. Crunk is so quiet right now because he knows it's late. Doug's in Hawaii, so he's chilling. We're like 9:30 on the East Coast. Crunk's tired. So Crunk, say your things. I know you. I know you're just sitting there silent.
Honestly,
you won't say anything. You let us talk for 2 hours if you want.
Well, I'm just letting you guys talk. Like, I'm really here to, add my thoughts, but just if conversation stops, then I bring up a new topic, but everybody else is handling it. They're just bringing up new topics. So
Richie came in with the perfect impetus. That's what we need. Like, hey, what do you guys think about this? I'm like,
needed someone to come in and like 30. That's what we need is like someone come in at 30 minutes into the stream to just inject energy. And
super
like,
sub.
This is the new format. Like, don't come in on time.
He's
a sub. Super sub.
He's our Peyton Pritchard, bro.
Oh, goddamn it. That's who he is. That sounds disrespectful to my people from the tri-state. I'm going to go, he's Deuce McBride. I'm going to give you Deuce McBride.
Okay.
I know you Knicks are riding high. I understand.
Fucking Deuce all day.
I know you will. I know that. I knew that would make you happy. I knew it. That man went on a fucking heater last game. That was crazy.
Heater, dude.
Are Knicks winning it, or are we just going to make the finals? Be honest with me, Richie. Be honest.
All right.
Nobody beats OKC.
That is true.
Nobody. The refs won't let him beat OKC.
That is not true. Now you lost me, Doug. Richie, back to you.
I'm telling you right now,
Mm-hmm.
this is not the Knicks team from the regular season.
Mm-mm.
This is not the Knicks team that lost to OKC.
Mm-mm.
That got pretty much bullied by OKC. They play a completely different way, and it sets up well against OKC. And I think OKC is going to take their past history for granted in the regular season. And if we do get lucky enough to face them in the finals, because listen, at this stage, even though the NBA Finals, the top teams are the top teams and usually make it, anything can happen in a conference final, right? We may not make it. The Pistons might win. Who knows? But if we get to the finals, I think we will beat OKC.
And I'm sorry for John, or Cleveland.
Shit.
Cleveland could win.
I was gonna say,
no, they cannot. Oh,
sorry,
my
John,
God.
but no.
Listen, there's no absolute chance.
I will say this: as a Clevelander who's lived in New York City now for 12 years, there's no more delusional fan base than the New York Knicks. I love them, love hanging out with them.
That's that beautiful delusion. I love it.
So yeah, for sure. So Richie, we'll give you the space to talk your shit, and I will sit here and smile at it. But I do think the three teams that are left in the West are better than the teams in the East. All three of them. I truly, and like, I'm not as tapped in with the NBA as I used to be when like the LeBron run was happening. But like, I don't know if I want to see a really, really motivated Wemby either in a finals.
He's a problem.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
And then Ant-Man is Ant-Man. So, you know.
I'd say this. I'd say this. I would say on paper, you're probably right. The teams in the West are better than the teams in the East. I would say the Knicks are probably playing the best basketball of any team in the playoffs right now, and that's important.
My brother and I were talking about it last night. We were watching the Game 5. Game 5? Yeah, Game 5. And you get excited, right? Your team's up now 3-2. And then the creeping just doubt rolls in your mind, and I'm sitting here and I go, I mean, the Knicks could sweep us. Like, do I really want this right now? Like, right? Like, and trust me, I've been in Yankee Stadium for the Guardians / Indians getting like back 2 up, getting turned back 3-2 and losing. There's no worse version of New Yorkers than Yankee fans because they're not New Yorkers. And like, I'm all here for it. If the Knicks do beat the Cavs or the Knicks do beat the Pistons, I will be a pseudo Knicks fan, so I'll give you that as well.
I mean, it would be great. The Knicks are the most fervent fan base in this area by far.
Correct.
You know, basketball is huge here on the collegiate level. When St. John's was great in the 80s and 90s, the neighborhood ball games that would go on during that era. It's a huge sport here that people don't really understand because the Knicks haven't been very good for a very long fucking time. But
I will say this as a guy from Syracuse, New York, originally.
Cuse.
and it did not grow up a Knicks fan because I grew up in Larry Bird era. But the last time, and I will tell you, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. The last time the Knicks won the title, I was 2 years old.
Well, we can do the math. We can do the math.
And I just got my AARP paperwork in the mail.
Put it that way.
Well, it'll be another year without seeing a Knicks title because there's no way in hell they're beating OKC or San Antonio.
Yeah.
No.
Listen,
God, no.
it's not an unreasonable thing to say, certainly, and I'm certainly on the.
Richie, I love to bet, and if you want to bet money, please let me know. There's no way in hell.
He does love to bet money.
There's no way in hell the Knicks are winning the title.
Am I exacerbating a gambling addiction here? Am I being a bad person?
Oh no, not at all. It's all reasonable.
No, it's not. Reasonable.
It's only an addiction if you lose.
Armenians or anything, Armenians or anything like that. Okay, good.
No. Just DraftKings. But I got 50 on Chelsea with a friend. 50 on City to beat Chelsea Saturday. That was the easiest money I'm gonna make all month.
Oh, I thought you meant your friend had 50 that Chelsea would score a goal at some point.
That's probably what they should have bet. I would have been like, I don't know. They said we're gonna beat us. What the fuck?
I put in the beginning of the year, I put 500 on my units are 50, so 50 is my 1 unit. But so I put I put 10 units on Brighton to finish top 10. And when we were in
that shit was scary.
I was like, oh, what a fucking.
What odds? What did you get? Plus what?
It was actually they weren't good odds. I just do it every year because that's where we should be
for the vibes.
For the vibes.
Wait, is 10 a push, or do you have to be 9 or up to get it?
It's top 10, so it's 10.
Oh, so just 10 or up. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
So I like it. That's plus 110. They weren't great odds. Yeah, and I have I think I have like $100 on. Hell yeah, Jalen Brunson for MVP.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta get off this fucking screen. I fucking hate this. I'm done with this shit. SBA, fuck that little midget. Fuck the Knicks.
Hey, you don't say that. You don't say that.
What? No, Brunson in the fourth quarter he's a problem.
He's deadly. That's why I hate him. He's so deadly. But Becky Hammer was right. Tiny guards don't win titles. Sorry.
What do you guys think of the World Cup this year? What do you in terms of an event?
France. Give me France or España.
I think you're right. I think those are the two teams. I'm excited for it because I'm leaving Hawaii. I'm headed back to Dallas Fort Worth. Going to be a bunch of games down there, so I'm planning on trying to get to at least one. But I'm super excited. I always love the World Cup. I'm excited to see what Norway does because I think they are a wild card team in this whole thing. They played really, really well in the build-up, and I think their squad is pretty good.
Norwegian football in general has been building up in its quality for quite some time now. So there's a lot of no names that play in the Norwegian and Swedish league that may surprise us when they're on an international stage, a lot like Morocco did.
That may not be playing in Norway next year, is what you're saying, right? Who may be headed to the Bundesliga or Eredivisie or somewhere like that, some of the bigger leagues. So
quietly, the talent coming out of the Scandinavian countries. I don't know much about Denmark, but certainly Sweden and Norway has quietly been filling the top 5 leagues at a lot of different levels.
It's more than just Holland and Odegaard. You know what I mean? They do have some other guys on that team who are quite talented.
Yep.
Oscar Bob.
Yep. I'm just as an event. I'm just worried that the event itself is just going to look so bad on us as a fucking country. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
Such a solid call out.
It's done already.
Yeah.
I am hoping that a couple African nations build on the success of the last one. I think it's a ton of fun when you get some teams that aren't traditionally there in the Final Four, or like whatever, like Morocco made the run. So that's kind of what. Yeah. I think I do take the March Madness approach anymore, where I'm just like chaos and like give me an underdog that I can just throw all support behind.
Yeah.
I'm the total opposite. Give me a 1 seed every time. I hate underdogs.
No, I love the underdogs in the first rounds.
I hate for underdogs.
I'm kind of in the middle. The first weekend of the tournament, like give it the March Madness thing, I want some underdogs. I want some, a 16 being beat, like Siena to Duke almost did to Duke this year with an Iron Man 5, right?
Yeah.
But when we get to the final, I want it to be France and Spain. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
You want to see a run, but when it comes to the final, you want to see the best teams.
I want the
Losing around
best
the 16.
teams.
Losing around the
Right,
16.
right.
That's what he wants.
There you go.
And again, that's great until they don't, Duck. And then we're stuck with George
Right.
Mason in the Final Four.
Oh,
And I'll never forget
I knew
that.
you were going to say
I'll
George
never-
Mason.
Exactly. Exactly. As a Virginian, I remember that shit in 06. I was in high school. It was terrible. It's fucking horrible.
Yep.
Ruined my bracket.
Awful. Worst Final Four team ever.
And I
No
live 30
business
minutes
to
away
be
from
there.
George Mason now, and I hate that. I hate every time I drive past and see a sign. Fuck you. Fuck you.
But the flip side of that coin, Florida Gulf Coast,
That was fun.
when Dunk City did it, that was a total fun.
And they didn't make it to the Final Four, which is what you're saying.
Correct.
There
They
you
got
go.
out when they needed to get out.
And they have a lot of beautiful women in their fan base.
That is also
100%.
very true. That is
Was it
1,000%.
And I do love beautiful women.
4 or
Ditto.
5, 4 or
See,
5
Richie,
years
we're
ago,
here.
was it San Diego State FAU as well in the Final Four?
Oh my God! Yeah, that was
Yep,
the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
FAU. I mean, Dusty May was real, but damn, that was not fun to watch.
No.
Not at all.
Yep. Nope.
Say bye. Say
Well,
bye, Kaki.
hopefully the World Cup gives us a showcase of the best national teams. Hopefully, and I'm sorry for my friends from England, from the Brighton area, but for God's sakes, I really don't want to see England go that far.
I don't think they will. They don't have very many. They don't have very many informed players right now. They've got bad injuries. I don't think they're going to make it that far.
Yeah.
I'm hoping against hope that the U.S. pulls out some sort of result and at least gets through to the knockouts, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm gonna go. So I'm going to be the heel here, as John was earlier. I hope the U.S. falls flat on its fucking face.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
I want the leadership of the federation to change. I want the control MLS has over the national team to change, and the way that is going to happen is if they fall on their face,
lose the group.
You know.
Which I think is entirely possible.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. I do too. It's not that we don't have talented players. It's that we have lost our identity as a nation for our soccer, for our national team.
Somebody needs to fix it.
Yeah, we used to be the team that goes in there with going for a fucking knife fight, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Now we're a bunch of goddamn pansy ass, trying to be European American.
Hey, we have our best players playing in top leagues.
Hold on.
Because they were born
This is where I
there.
disagree.
Yeah.
This is where I disagree.
Best players in top
love the way we
leagues.
play. I love the way we play. I just don't think. I think people have an irrational idea of what we are. Like we are a round of 16 team at best. Anything beyond that is stupid. Like look at the world.
Particularly if we try to play this way, it is not in our identity as a culture of soccer fans, and we're gonna call it soccer here because it's America.
It's soccer.
It's soccer for us.
Mhm.
We are doubt us? How about I come and kick you in the fucking teeth?
Yeah.
Sort of
The Clint
mentality.
Dempsey attitude. Right.
That's what we used to be, even before.
But see, Clint Dempsey has skill and grit. Then you have people on that team that had no skill. They had a bunch of grit. So, I like the skill of this team. I do like the players individually. I hate the manager. The managers can kiss my ass. I think he's
like Chris Richards. I love him. I think Chris Richards is amazing. I like Jedi Robinson. I like a lot of the individual players.
I like Balogun,
Tyler Adams.
I genuinely like Wes
Yep.
McKinney. They have talent. I just don't like the manager. Potts is
Diego Luna.
Yeah,
Potts
Diego's
has
a
been
boss.
living off of his great year with Southampton his entire fucking career. Okay, let's be honest.
So
he got Spurs in the Champions League final, right? Wasn't it him?
But Richie, if we can get this fixed by let's say we fall flat and we do get a change of direction, then we do have time to get it fixed for the next World Cup when 20-year-old Kevin Sullivan will be on the U.S. men's national team.
Yes, I think 100%, and that's what I'm looking for because that's actually the World Cup I want to go to. Because Portugal, Spain, Morocco, you fucking kidding me? What a vacation that would be. I mean,
now we're talking.
Talk about a fucking trip, boys. I don't even care what the team does, but what a fucking trip that would be.
Let's book it.
Put me down, Richie. Let's do it.
But I have an issue philosophically broader in the federation. I do not like MLS. I think MLS is poison to American soccer. To be quite honest with you,
We need to have relegation.
Over. Yep. I
Yep.
watch USL. I watch USL.
Oh my God.
I love watching USL.
The big USL story this week.
All right, now
El
Drew, now
Paso,
you're killing me.
El Paso Locomotive. El Paso Locomotive.
Ball is
Signing
life.
Cristo Fernandez.
Moyes,
That's what,
Mourinho, Arteta. I cannot.
Ball is life.
I hate that man.
Whoever
I hate that
just
man.
yeah, whoever just said US Arteta is the only way. Just
Drew is such a troll, bro. Such a fucking
No.
troll.
Sir.
Richie, I agree with everything you said, and I don't mean to be the rain cloud here.
I love a rain
I
cloud.
probably got to
Sometimes I
bounce
need to
after
get wet.
this. Yeah. We could lose every game in the group. It's not changing.
You're probably right.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's a lost cause. And
I mean, look what happened with Berhalter.
Dude, all of us will be on this pod in 3.5 years' time saying, if we just fall on our face, in 4 years, we can figure this out. And
yeah,
we are 16 at best, baby.
Maybe.
16 at best. 16 at best.
I agree with that.
I will say this though, I do follow the minutes and meetings of the federation and sort of the political structure of the federation a little bit closer than a normal, mentally balanced person would.
Some people like trains you like this. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
We all have our kinks. We all have our kinks, Ricky. I don't kink shame.
I will say the MLS side of the support has been slowly decaying within the grander federation. And I do believe that this World Cup has been set up by the current, I forget her name, the current federation leader, to be a failure for MLS and to really put them in the spotlight. They're seriously entertaining USL for a Division One card. And the only way they're going to do that is if they tie MLS to the national team and the national team fails. It's the only way MLS loses favor, because if the national team fails, the sports interest fails. And then you lose the adult soccer. Then you lose the youth soccer. Youth soccer already has a fucking problem with MLS. And USL is building a more grassroots youth program that benefits local communities better than MLS.
Sustainable.
Yes. Sustainable.
So
exactly.
I'm with John. I got to get off soon too. I'm sure there's a Mai Tai around here somewhere for me. But I just want to say, I love being on here with you guys. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much. Richie, it's great to meet you. John, it's great to meet you. Crunk, Charlie, my guys.
Appreciate you.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Aloha.
Hawaii Duck. Hawaii Duck, my guy.
Just to wind that up, maybe we can talk about the grander scheme of the USL, MLS, US Federation web another time. I think it's a great topic to discuss.
Yeah, definitely another time.
Hell yeah.
We have gone 43 minutes than we traditionally do, so this is I'm here for it. This is great. We
legendary.
We got to get our watch numbers up. So
you guys know I like to talk. The sound of my voice.
No, you came in perfect, bro. This is amazing. This shit was great. This was a fun night.
No, I appreciate you, and you were
also John. Last minute sub, my guy, off the bench, ready.
Yeah,
hey, I do what I can, best I can.
Well, you headed to the bar. Where in Manhattan are you?
Or I'm in Brooklyn.
City? You're in Brooklyn?
Yeah, Park Slopes. Please don't come John Lennon me. I'm not that popular. But yeah, Park Slopes.
No, I don't.
John Lennon me is crazy. That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Great night. Great night, guys.
How do you like Brooklyn?
It's amazing. Been here 6 years. Been in New York for 12, like I said. So it's home now. As much as I do love going back to Cleveland, I'm the only person in the world that says that. It's an amazing spot.
A lot of people tell me, how do you handle living in New York? With the taxes and all the violence and the subway crime. I'm like, first of all that shit's blown out of proportion. Second of all, I love traveling to places. New York will always be home base. Always. Yeah. There's nothing like this city. Nothing. And I've been to a lot of places. The life and energy in this city is beyond compared to anywhere else, in my opinion.
Yes, sir.
For sure. And I'll leave us with this. This will be my last point. When I think about moving back, this is going to be the most ridiculous thing I'll say, and I've said some ridiculous things. But when I think about moving back to Ohio, the one thing that deters me from doing it is I get a direct flight from anywhere in the world.
That is true.
And
I thought you were going to say pizza or bagels.
Oh, that's also true. But the last time I had a layover was Obama won. So like I can't do it. I just don't. And it's the most privileged thing to say in the entire world.
That's important. No, it matters.
If I got to go somewhere, it's one flight, and that's all I got to worry about.
That is big time.
Yeah,
That's big time.
dude, I do
please.
not do layovers because I'm a fucking fancy bitch, but I do not do layovers.
That's funny. Yes, we'll get out of here.
Right,
next
boys.
week we have Death Weights, Eric Wall and Liv Mason.
Nice.
Appreciate our good friends Richard Benes, John Witt,
Duck. Hawaii
Duck, man, what a duck! That's
Crazy.
right.
I'm not living right.
Hey, and Crunk, next time don't wait till week 4 when we played each other till the end of the season to have me back on, bro.
I got you. No, I want to hear all these like conspiracy theories and thoughts about this the USSF. So
we're
gonna talk
up
more.
And we'll get into it.
We will be back this weekend for watch
Saturday doubleheader.
The episode just dropped today. The City women's match preview with West Ham that drops tomorrow, and then on Sunday, what is dropping is the last recording with Man City Women's Official Supporter Club,
Nice.
Jane, that we've had on, and so we talk City women and the season and their experience. And
Crunk, you're borderline
naturally Bunny.
Truman Show at this point. There's
Very
not a
much
day
so.
you're not recording.
My man's on it, bro. Crunk's been on it for 4 years straight.
No,
the
the
Grind
grind
don't
is
stop,
real.
kid.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
Putting in the hours, man. That's what he do.
Yeah.
My favorite Jamaican, fashion making.
We will see everybody soon. Until next time, you know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.
Peace out,
Yeah.
Girl Scouts.